Hello there, everybody. It's another beautiful day in the Valley of Stardew Valley. Clear and sunny, huh? None of my crops is growing. Unfortunate. Now for the ultimate technique of using a mouse and a controller. I did not mention it, but those eagle-eyed viewers will probably have noticed. I do have mods on. These are not Steam mods, so unfortunately, if you want them, you will have to download and use Nexus Mod Manager. They are just to change how the characters look, okay? Before anyone, like, jumps down my throat. Oh, there was one little mod I put in strictly for the recent updates to Stardew. And I'm gonna be entirely honest, I still stand by it. It is the, like, if you don't talk to people, they're gonna be, like, losing heart with you. I find that real silly. But before you all jump down my throat, let me just explain my case, please. So, in real life, Oh, okay. In real life, we understand that our friends are busy, and that not every day is going to be an open communication day. We also understand that, you know, sometimes just they're not going to be up for talking, and this could last for a day, this could last for sometimes even a month, it could last sometimes 2 months. But for me, and this is just my own philosophy on things, I understand that, you know, it's how I think and how I do things. You might not all operate on the same idea that I do, and that's fine. I accept it. I accept and very much actually do encourage your way of thinking. But for me, what I consider a true friend or a best friend is someone I can spend like years apart from talking with, and yet come back to talk to them the next day, and it's just like we're kicking it. Only 4, huh? No, 5. Okay. Put them in rows. But yeah, a best friend to me is someone I could spend, like, hours, days, weeks talking to, and then spend, like, a long stretch of time not talking to them. But when we pick it up again, it's like we never stop talking. That's what a best friend is to me, and I have the luxury of having someone I do consider my best friend, whom is like that. King Rich, who you guys might know from the Wasteland 3 videos, if you've not watched it recently, I recommend checking it out. I find them enjoyable. But King Rich is my best friend. He's my very close friend. I've cried to him, I've called him late at night, we've hung out at parties, he's invited me to parties, which, me being the introvert that I am, and the very scared of messing up social interactions person that I am, you know, it meant a lot to me. And he was the only one who really ever tried to like reach out to me and meet me at least halfway. Like, he really does struggle when it comes to trying to get me to be more outgoing and try stuff. And I very much do value and appreciate him for that. You know, so for me and him, like, if we don't talk for a week stretch of time, I'm not gonna suddenly be like, oh well, he's being just no. I'm just like, yo, he's probably busy with stuff, man. Like, he got stuff to do. He's an adult. He's a big man. He's working. He's got a job. He's got a girlfriend. You know, last thing I want to do is like bug him to be like, hey yo, but keep in contact with me. You know, because like, I don't know if he really do be needing all that time. He might not be needing it. He might be needing it. You know, I'm there to support him as his best friend and as his friend, and I'm more than willing to do that. But the last thing I'm pretty sure he needs is me being like, "Hey yo, why I ain't get no good morning text? Why don't you say hello to me in like the past week?" You know? And I'm not saying that's like entirely a bad thing. You know, it's fine to have people be. I think being the smallest bit clingy is a little bit, you know, a little bit cute. It shows them that you care about them. You know, you want them to know that, you know, you want to know that they're there for you. You want them to know that you're there for them. You know, just don't be overbearing about it. I don't think it's a tall ask. But yeah, so to me, having it that, you know, if you don't talk to people, they start getting, like, losing hearts of you and mad at you, I'm like, yeah, that's silly. That's a gameplay thing. That doesn't make me feel like I'm playing a game about living my life as a monster-slaying, geode-finding, small community helping, like, farmer, fisher, adventure smith. Makes me feel like I'm freaking playing a video game. I don't want to feel like that. I want to have fun. That's a purplish shoe. Let's put that over there. Put the green over here. Right here's looking nice for there. What you got for me, bro? Melon seeds. I'm gonna say hello to Penny here. I'm also gonna show you guys how she looks. Yeah, it actually reminds me a little bit of my little sister. Well, actually, no, my little cousin. Very shy. But you know, she's definitely opened up. I'm not afraid to talk about my family like that. Hell, sometimes I feel like me and Jamer are the equivalent to May Hughes. Yeah, it's talking about our family, and we're just like so proud of them. I've actually, if you guys are watching, don't friggin' like tease me for this, but like my little sisters, man, all three of them, the twins and the youngest one, I'm just so proud of them. I'm honestly super proud of them. You might argue, oh, it's heroic, it's tired heroic talking, heroic friggin' sleep deprived as all hell. He just being gushy and mushy because, you know, big old ball of fluff right now. And you may be right, but how dare you? I'm actually going to not engage you. But like, they're doing so much with their lives right now, and I'm super proud of them for it. Especially Mega Waffles or Sweary Canary. She's honestly, man, like I'm loving. It's like she went through a character arc straight up. Like she's had just so much growth over the past 2 years, which is funny because like some of the worst years, but she stands tall, man. I'm super happy about that. I'm super proud of that. Like a big worry I had growing up. Saying again because I'm getting nervous, but was that like that I wasn't a good big brother, and I'm sure some people do have that. It's not a thought that's exclusive to me. I'm sure. Hell, I know Jamer's probably had it a few times. Like, God, I want to be a good big brother to my little brother, you know. And the thing that I always worried about was like, I'd heard stories that I was, you know, good to them and that I did my best. And I remember I have a lot of fond memories of playing with my little sisters too. Like we had moments where we bonded, where we shared things, where we watched the same shows together and enjoyed them. There were of course a few shows that me and, you know, big old Jamer liked to watch over our little sisters, but we all found time to, you know, share and bond. I remember I made a lot of memories with Mego actually, because she was the one I tried teaching how to play Halo, and that's why she broke her first Switch. Her first Switch, wow. Yeah, she had it back then, be jealous, guys. No, her 2DS at the time, she was playing it, and I was trying to teach her. And Mego, bless her soul, she's worked so hard. This is what I mean by, like, growth, right? Mego went from straight up having some real anger issues to, like, being so calm and cool and collected and things, man. I'm proud of her. I'm super proud of her. Like, she's what inspired me to change. Oh my goodness, I used to have a mouth on me when it came to getting annoyed at things. I hide it real well here, and by hide it, I mean I've mostly done my best to, like, eliminate that bit of me. Because I wasn't happy with that side of me, you know? Like, I could say all the hurtful things I want, but I don't do it on mic. So the only one who's hearing that is those around me, and they don't gotta hear that from me, man. Like, we're all, I'm just here to... if I'm playing games, I should be having fun. No one wants to hear, like, their kid, their friend, their SO, just, like, pulling a friggin' red lantern, just absolute bile and venom just coming out and dripping out. I actually would describe how I tend to get as literally just spitting venom. Oh. You went right into me. Good on you, Mr. Slime. Appreciate your death. Another geode, some rocks, that. I am actually kind of full up here, so I might be looking to head home soon. But, legit, she made me want to become better and clean up not only my language when I play games, but just my language in general. Although I will admit, and I told this actually to King Rich at one point, because we were bonding, and God, I wonder if you guys can hear this right now. I'm speaking pretty low because I'm getting embarrassed and flustered and nervous. But and Mego, if you're hearing this, know that I love you, little sis. You do a lot of great things, and I'm very happy to have you as a very close family member in my life. So I honestly feel sad if, you know, you were away. I know, Mini Legend would too. I'm sorry, she's sniper puffed now. But yeah. And for me, a lot of my changes probably did come from the fact that I wanted to change, and I wanted to stop being that venom-filled guy, that super salty, super, like, just ugh guy. And sure enough, I managed to. It still slips out every now and then, but honestly, if you expect perfection after trying so hard to stop that type of, like, talk and attitude, I gotta ask you, what do you expect from, like, people in your everyday life? Because I guarantee you ain't gonna be in for good times if that's what you want from others. Especially if you're not doing much to change yourself. But, getting on to what I told King Rich for a moment. My grandmother on my mom's side had passed away when I was in high school. And it was a very big shock to me, because I had not really ever experienced the loss of a family member that close to me, in the immediate sense, like an immediate family member loss. I've lost family members, sure, but there were people I didn't super know or weren't fond with. They weren't people that I've met and seen and hung out with. My grandma on my mom's side was, and she had always talked to us about, like, I gotta take you kids to DR someday. I gotta take you kids to DR. Was it Puerto Rico? I can't remember. No, I'm saying one or the other. I'm my nationality is both. My heritage is both, so don't you worry about that. But, like, it's definitely one of them. And she always wanted us to learn and speak at least a little bit of Spanish, you know. I remember how happy she looked when I did speak the first little bit of Spanish. And although she never got the chance to hear me use, like, full sentences, and honestly, I may never. It really does depend. I'm not sure if, you know, if any of these things is like, learn while you sleep, work. I'll be the first to tell you guys if they do, honestly, because if they do, I'd love to have it, like, Spanish, Japanese, Korean and Cantonese as well, if I'm being entirely honest with myself. Maybe even Italian, but that's just for me. But I used to think, like, I used to be upset that she could never, like, see that side of me, because as of late I have been incorporating Spanish into my basic vernacular. It's not the most. It's more like little swears and here and there, whenever I get scared or startled, um, or exhausted, like a sigh, like ay ya. But I will also use like que linda, um, ven aquí, rápido, and certain things like that. And I feel like she looks down from up above and smiles whenever I use Spanish, even when I go coño or coñazo. So that honestly, that thought made me happy and comforted and smile. And I hope she's happy because she's up there with my grandpa on my mom's side too, both of them. And I know they're all probably having a great time playing dominoes and poker too. I used to remember her playing like I don't know how they were that good at the card game. I have no poker face. Like I play mahjong in Final Fantasy 14, and I feel like if I was actually playing amongst people, they'd be like, "Yo, we gotta look at what heroics reacting to, because then we can figure out what he has in hand, and we can stop him from winning." Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, you know what to do. Much appreciate you if you do. Till then, I just want to say, laters.